it's 1960. And so, it's really been interesting because it shows the cars, it shows all the stuff, but it's in Madrid, Spain, and then now he went to America and he's come back. But it's all about clothing and design and like when the first men's clothes ever came into a department store, they have it in here. They have designed it, and never were children's clothes or
Most
never
kids here mostly wear long clothes.
yeah, and it was right now it's when they just shortened the skirts a little bit because they used to have them long, and then before that it was they had only the wealthy could buy. The name of it's Velvet. That was the name of the store, and people like you and your mother and I, and Mama and Papa and them, we couldn't have bought in these stores because they were just too expensive. And she's the one that made the designs of pretty clothes that just everyday, ordinary people could go to a department store and buy clothes. So when the first bra came out, first corset, because see, those kind of things weren't made until the 50s.
The reason why is because a lot of our world was still depressed at the same time. It took us 30 years from 1930 to 1960 to get everything settled down. Now, back in the 80s and 70s, we had the Cold War was going on, which caused a lot of people in panic. The reason I don't understand why people go in such a panic during the 1980s and 90s is how people made the movies. It's a 10-year period. You know, like from 1900 to 1910, that's a 10-year period. You go from 1911 to 1919. The reason why the years are so different is because look at the time period between all the states that have been going on for nearly about 400 years. If America was older than any state, I would have been really surprised if there were more Indians in the entire world than there is. There's more Indians in India than there is any place.
I'm at the post office mailing the packages to you.
Well, Saturday's coming up tomorrow, so I'm gonna be live streaming my music videos because Saturday's the best day of the week to start recording.
What time does the football game start tonight? Oh.
You're tired?
No, everybody's going to be in such a sad mood because of Carson having to leave.
But we still have us.
Oh, I know that. But you don't even like football games. And I'm just wondering if it's worth all of us even going. Just to go over there and sit.
You know, when I think about people at football games and stuff, I think it's not worth going anyway because for me, I don't care for football very much at all.
Thank you. 7:00.
What time is it on your computer say?
It is 3:43. You know why I go to the football game? To get me a hamburger or a hot dog and a drink. I used to go for halftime because the halftimes were so good. Remember with the bands playing and the cheerleaders and all?
Mm-hmm. Is this going to be a stadium or is it going to be at a school place?
A school, but they have bleachers and their football. In fact, their football field's beautiful. Uncle Andy's got it like a carpet. And I was just going to go because of you get to see all your cousins, but they're not going to be all in great moods tonight.
At least I'm going to still have my family with me.
Yeah, we can get some pictures. Yeah, we can. And we don't have to stay through all of it. My gosh, we can go to halftime and then come home.
So where's Casey working at?
Casey works at Smart's orthodontist,
Oh,
and Foch is Foch, Smart, and Rochelle works there 3 days a week. They would take Rochelle full time, but she just said no. I'm just working 3 days a week, and Casey works there, and she's not really interested so much in it, but she does a great job, and she pours the molds and cleans instruments and all that kind of stuff for them.
so she's a dental assistant.
Yeah. And he was fixing to double her salary and train her and give her the whole program, and she turned it down. She just really wants to get married and have a home and a family. And I told, and CJ says, as long as you live with me, you're gonna work. So she's working, and she has to pay for her car insurance and stuff. And then Mackenzie, who wants to work in the dental things, she wants to work though, like Foch and Rochelle and them. He's an orthodontist, and Mackenzie's is nothing but children's dentistry. It's dentistry for children, and so he's the one that blessed her. He called her in one day and told her that he wanted her to see about helping him that afternoon, and she was scared to death. And she just assisted him all afternoon. She had worked already a year with them, and all in the summer. This was her second summer to work.
Yeah.
But she didn't know what she was going to do this fall, whether she wanted to go take classes at the college, whether she wanted to go into dental school, whatever she wanted. Well, anyway, she went in that afternoon and worked, and right before she left, he called her in before she left, and she was scared that she had made so bad mistakes he was going to let her go.
Yeah.
And instead, he asked her if she would like to be his dental assistant, that his dental assistant was leaving, and that he would train her and send her to school.
That'll work.
So she has been doing that ever since. She takes x-rays, she does it all, because the kids love her.
That's good.
And she works so good with them when they're crying or scared, and she's just got a gift in going and showing them what all they're going to do so they won't be nervous.
That's good.
And so she's full-time now.
That'll work.
And Haley Mo is finishing up her last year of school, homeschooling, and she is, she just finished her last play. We went and saw it. She's our drama queen. She wants to be in movies now. She don't care about stage plays, but she'll play, she's doing whatever.
Well, hang on a second. Since we have a big family that can do some stuff, fanfic reading, I can try to get my YouTube to increase views with our family to help out with some of it.
Well, if like tonight, if CJ, if Haley could come over here, she could set it up and show you the movie they made, because that's the one that they had to enter a movie contest to show the directorship, production. They had to do it all, and it had to be at least 20 minutes long, or it had to be at least 15, and I think theirs went 20. But anyway, they went out to Fort Toulouse, they went to the church, they came over here. There's a scene where she's sitting in this chair, there's another one where she's at the desk back there. They used that as settings, for them. And, but she loves it. And Carson just did a fantastic job. I was so impressed for that being the first time he had ever really produced and put it together from beginning to end. And the boys had put all their stuff on YouTube, but nothing like what they did.
You know that Whiffley & Co., they've been out since 2012, and they haven't uploaded any videos lately, I can tell.
They've been too busy working, honey. After Carson found out they were going to have a family, they all had to start saving money and working, where before on weekends and it was too hot to go this summer and do all the stuff out like if they'd go to the lake, or they would go up to Fort Toulouse, or they'd go in the woods, you know, like you saw them that time. And so they took some around the house there with, did you see the one of, Kyle and, Margaret getting in the truck and all together?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they took some of that kind, but that, not like they had before. And so,
They're not getting a lot of views on their videos at all.
well, they don't have the time that you do. They all work full time. They all play and record their music at church because they all play on the worship team.
Now, do they keep their recordings after they finish playing?
Well, I don't know. You have to ask them.
What they should do is start getting their camera equipment and record with multiple angles, because I can edit it for them.
Well, they don't even. Nobody has a camera but Carson.
I'm just saying that I can work with camera angles,
Yeah.
but this camera can only record in a really low definition. Why? Because I can put it in full HD. It's just gonna take a while.
I don't have any idea about any of that, darling. I haven't got to talk to him. I was so proud for for Carson to get,
I can tell. It sounds like the speakers are acting up with with this film. How old is this movie?
I don't know, honey. I just watch them. I don't go into all that detail. He's been dead all these years to them. He's just come home.
Is it a YouTube film?
No. It's a Netflix film.
Looks like it might be 2008, 2009 when they released that movie.